Hi everybody, we're here again with another SP Moves with wonderful Coach Bobby. Coach Bobby, you teach at, where do you teach again? Equinox.
All over town.
Yeah, all over town. Equinox, but Lifetime. Equinox and Lifetime are like you're there the most, right?
Yeah, I think Bobby Shin's definitely a favorite.
Yes. Yeah, he goes where the people want him. So Coach Bobby, also a little known fact, was also a Lululemon ambassador with me.
Absolutely.
Long time ago. I guess it was 2 years ago.
Longer than it seems
Yeah,
sometimes.
I know. It seemed like it was yesterday. But today, Coach Bobby is graciously helping me do a T-spine mobility session today. So what we're really focusing on is our thoracic spine, and our thoracic spine really flexes, extends, laterally bends, and rotates. One of the things that, as we are quarantined right now, and we're probably all working on our computers a lot, is this Hunchback of Notre Dame, like this, and we're just on our laptops that are like 13 inches, and we're like, yeah. And you get into more thoracic kyphosis, which is that flexed position. And our backs do not like that. That actually fucks up your low back, it fucks up your shoulders, and oftentimes this is the most neglected part of your spine. So it's a shitty part of the spine to actually do mobility in, but it's like one of the most important parts of the spine to do mobility in. So we're first going to start with some smashing into the thoracic spine. Now, smashing into the thoracic spine, can you turn around for us, Bobby? This is Bobby's back. Your spine is gonna be right through the middle. You're gonna go one thumb breath over, and that's gonna be those stripy, strippy, upper back muscles that you'll feel, and you'll feel a shitload of trigger points in here. Look, we're only gonna do one round on each side, but really you should be taking some time and smashing into these regions for at least 8 minutes, 12 minutes. It's like you're gonna find a shitload of trigger points in here. But again, for the sake of time, we're only gonna do one on each side. So for Bobby, we're gonna find he has one like right here on the left side. So again, that's one thumb breath over that big strappy muscle of the extensors, and we're gonna go on the other side. So the first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna lay down on his back, and he's gonna place the ball one thumb breath over on his left side. Good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get into knees up, and then he's going to hug himself. And really what we're going to do is try to basically round our upper back as much as possible, and we're going to bring our head up just a little bit like this, and now you're going to bring your hips up a little bit. Yeah! Now we have now begun to smash into the upper back.
Oh yeah.
Now look, you can sit into it just like Bobby's sitting into it right now, but it's gonna be a little bit more comfortable if you go side to side or up and down. So with him, he's probably gonna feel a little bit up and down because I've felt his upper back before and I know where all of his trigger points are. So going up and down for the next 2 minutes is probably where you're going to get the most benefit. You can always bring your hips down just to like give yourself a break, but again, smashing, we have like a rule about smashing. The rule is that you have to create as much tension for as long as you can go, which is basically 2 minutes, or else the tissue is just not going to change. And remember, when we smash, we're not creating long-term lengthening of the tissue. We're creating a window of opportunity for the tissue to lengthen when we eventually get back into doing some movement, which is what we're going to do after the smash. You have at least another 40, 50 seconds, yeah. Bobby? So look, and oftentimes you might feel this when, like, I hear this complaint all the time, which is like, it just feels like at my bra strap, right? Like women will talk about, it's just like weird, shitty trigger point that's like right at my bra strap. And this is what you actually have to do. There are other variations that you can look or watch on our YouTube channel on how to do thoracic smashing, but this is actually the most intense. And because Bobby is a yoga teacher and he doesn't ever take care of his body, we're gonna do the full 2 minutes and we're gonna do it the most intense way. Ooh. Yes, I know. He's got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, on the other side. I know. We're gonna go on that right side. Again, one thumb breath over, And what you're going to find is that it doesn't matter where in the upper back, it's just as long as it's on one thumb breath over from your spine. Okay, now bring it up. Yep, and go. Now we're fucking into it, bruh. We are into it. When did we first meet, Bobby? Do you remember? I don't remember.
2017?
2017?
So yeah.
When did in what circumstance did we meet? Like, it was before we became ambassadors.
Yeah, I think didn't we do a lunch at Mirador downtown?
Oh, we did. It was with Chloe. She was the ambassador mom at the time. And she had this like little luncheon with all the fitness leaders in Dallas, which was awesome. It was so much fun. Man, Sharif was there, yeah, he's an ambassador, or was an ambassador. All of the people, I mean, J-Mac was there, who is now a current ambassador. So all the people that were going to be ambassadors or are ambassadors were at that luncheon, basically. Keep on going. You have Bobby likes to complain a lot. There's a lot of moaning and groaning that you can't hear because the mic is not necessarily on him, but he literally just did a flow session, so it shouldn't be this painful. You have at least 30 more seconds. No, it's enjoy the smashing. It's so good. It's so good into his upper back. He really feels it. He knows it. He knows this pain well. Yes, keep on going. One of the things that I find just like super interesting is instructors are the worst about taking care of their bodies. The worst. Like, they just go, but they never take the fucking 10 minutes to be able to smash into these fucking areas. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. So that was our thoracic spine smash. Remember, you should be actually doing this for much longer, but for brevity of time, we're going to go on to the next thing. So the next thing that we're going to do is now move. So we're gonna get into a kneel position. And what is going to happen is you might have a foam roller. It doesn't have to be a foam roller. It can be honestly a block too, or something, a pillow. I just need you to be able to hug something. So I need you to face the peoples on the YouTubes. Okay, he's gonna hug. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to flex forward like this, and then we're going to laterally flex like this. And then we're going to extend like this, and then we're going to laterally flex on this side. So let's start over again. The whole point of cars is to get to the end range of motion. So we want to go into flex as much as we can, and then we're going to laterally flex into this position. Then we're going to go into full extension, and then we're going to go into full lateral flexion. So we're gonna continue to do this nice and slow into each position for the next minute. Keep on going, flex, laterally flex, extends, rotation, right? So we first start into a box, and then we start getting into a little bit smoother, and we start getting into more of a circle. Like this, and we're gonna keep on going into that circle, and we're gonna go to the opposite way now. So we're gonna go into full lateral flexion, extension, lateral flexion, and then front flexion. Keep on going. Isn't that what yogis call it? Front spine? Front spine. I don't know what the fuck that means. You mean anterior spine? Keep on going, full extension, yes, good. Remember, like, basically he's trying to create the biggest circle that he can all the way around this entire foam roller. Yep, keep on going, yep. Now, you can't tell this because apparently it's not a good camera, but Bobby is sweating his balls off right now. Look, when you're doing this type of shit, you need to be making sure that you are exerting like an 8 out of 10 into full extension and rotation. Again, if you don't get into those end ranges of motion, then you're basically losing them. And relax. Okay, you have one more set of those though. That was only 2 minutes.
All right.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go back into the other side and back into flexion and rotation. The whole goal is to make you kinesthetically more aware of what your thoracic spine feels like. Again, the only thing that our thoracic spines are used to on a day-to-day basis is like looking on our phone like this, checking our TikToks, or we're also on our computers for hours on end these days. Very rarely do we get into extension, lateral flexion, into this rotation. So something that you need to make sure that you're aware of is trying to get to those edges of that range of motion when we get into extension and lateral flexion. And then let's go the other way. Yep, go, extension, yes. Who would have known that only like 20 minutes of work would have gotten Bobby this sweaty? He was not sweating during his yoga flow at all. Keep on going. Did you try to cheat, Bobby?
Yeah.
He wanted to go the other way. Keep on going. Get into flexion. Get into lateral flexion. Yep, keep on going. Extension, lateral flexion. Good. It's again meant to be done really slowly and deliberately. Keep on going. You got 15 seconds of flexion, lateral flexion, extension, good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, so that was FRCs, our CARs, which is controlled articular rotations. Bobby's a little bit sweaty, totes fine. Now we're gonna go into what we call Andy Ds, and I'll explain to you why we call them Andy Ds, but the first thing that we're going to do, and you might be getting a little bit tired of getting into a kneel position, and something that I've learned from yogis is that you could easily just use a block under your butt. Yep, actually, can you actually move forward for me? Excellent. And so you can use a block here, you can use another foam roller over here, you can sit on the block. There's lots of ways to get into this kneel position and not feel like your ankles are gonna blow up. But something as to just an aside, if your fucking ankles are gonna blow up from just like 1 minute of kneel position, you fucking have other issues. Okay, so what Andy D's is what he's going to do is he's gonna keep your hands like this and are gonna start with our neck. So we're gonna go into full extension through our neck. Then what we're going to do is bring our thoracic spine into more extension, and then we're gonna lay back into this position until we find full extension into our thoracic spine. We open up our chest and we come back into that position. So that's what an Andy D looks like. We're going to start, we're gonna do 3 sets of 8. Let's go, we're gonna go into head first, then bring your chest up, and then we're going to lean back as much as possible. We want to open up our chest, we want to open up our neck. That's 1. Good. Go on, 2. Good. Keep on going, chest up. 3. Good. Keep on going, up. 4. Good. 5, open, 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 there. 6, chest up. I like to think of a line coming from your chest, coming all the way up towards the ceiling. 7, open, 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 open. Bobby is sweating balls right now, honestly. And 1 more. Open, 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 8, good. We're gonna take a break here. We're gonna get back into it in a minute. But Bobby will tell you that that was not easy.
No.
We also, like, again, everything in our lives are like literally in front of us, so we want to get into this type of position all of the time. It's very rare that we actually be able to get into a position where we can go into thoracic extension, open up our neck muscles, open up our chest muscles, open up our shoulder muscles. And this is a great exercise to do it. All right, here we go. Round 2. Now, another progression to this, which we're gonna do with Bobby. You can still do it on your knees, but you're gonna now get your hips up. Now, head back, shoulders back. Yes, now we're gonna go into more of a bend into this position. 1. Okay, we're gonna go again. And 2, good. Excellent. And 3, open, 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 good. And 4, open, 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 good. And 5, good. Open, good. And 6, open, 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 good. And 7, almost, and 8. Open, 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 good. And relax. So that's the progression to Andy D's, which is like one of my favorite exercises. We still have one more set and we're gonna continue to do the progression because the progression is the bomb. And I mean, this is something that you do often in your yoga practice, right?
Camel pose.
Camel pose.
Yeah.
That's camel pose?
Camel pose.
I thought the entire time was cobra pose. Oh, that's camel pose. That's camel pose. Okay. I mean, just oddly enough, I'm not gonna make that joke.
Don't know why, it doesn't look like a camel.
I was like, that does not look like a fucking camel, guys. I don't know how much fucking weed that whoever invented yoga was smoking, but that does not look like a fucking... Okay, one more time. And 3, 2, 1, and full extension. Good. Open. 1. Good. Bobby has good thoracic extension because he practices that camel toe. It's camel toe? Camel. 3. 4. That's what I meant to say, camel, not camel toe. 5. Open, 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 open. Good. 6. Nice and slow. Get it through that extension, like that. Now, something that he is doing a lot is going through his lumbar spine. So what we can do is try to keep his abs tight. Go again. 7. Good. One more time. Abs tight, thoracic extension. 8. Excellent. So that was Andy D's. What you really want to do is not bend through the lumbar spine as much as Bobby has. You want to keep your abs as tight as possible. You want most of the movement coming from your thoracic spine. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is kneeling T-spine rotation. So what we're going to do is just get into on your knees, good. Actually back into full kneel. You can keep your feet pointed and get your ass to, yep, and get into child's pose basically. Yep, like that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're gonna keep one hand like this in child's pose, but your other, so we're gonna use your left hand first. Right hand is basically in a 90-degree position. Bobby's gonna put his hand on his head, and our whole goal is to extend through our thoracic spine like this, so extend up, so bring your chest up like this, good. And now what we're gonna do is try to fully rotate. So you see he has a restriction in rotation, and that's because, again, he practices a lot of extension, but he doesn't practice a lot of rotation. So let's do that again. We're gonna go into full extension through here. 1, and then rotation. 1, good. Let's do that again. We're gonna do that 10 times. 2, good. 3, open, good. 4, open, good. 5, open, good. 6, open, good. 7, open. 8, yep, excellent. 9, good. One more. 10, excellent. Okay, we're gonna do it on the other side. Yep, good. And start. 1. Good. So make sure that your lumbar spine is not moving. The goal that we're doing in this, the goal is to lock out your lumbar spine in this kneel position so that you have to move into your thoracic spine. Now, some of you might not even be able to get into that rotation. That's fine. All I want you to do is recognize that you can't get into that rotation and just finish the extension. Good. So the extension part is when Bobby comes up, that's extension, and then the rotation comes afterwards. It's very hard for him to rotate. He has that restriction on both sides, but many of you might have that same issue. You have 1 more. Good and excellent. And relax. I know.
All right.
Who thought? We still have 2 more sets of that shit.
Okay. Let's do it.
This is just constant motion. It's not meant to be easy. It's meant to be fucking hard. Okay, and go. Good. And extension, good. 1. Good. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Good. 7. 8. 9. 10. Good. Other side. This is not easy. Good, and rotation, good. 1. Bobby, where are you from?
I was actually grew up here in Dallas.
You're an actual Dallasite? That's very, rare. Most people are not from Dallas. Like, people who are watching this from outside of Dallas might think everybody is born Texan here, but that's not fucking true. Like, I would say 80% of people in Dallas aren't from actually Dallas.
Less and less true.
Yeah, it's for way less than that. I honestly, the only Texans that I know are Texans that are way outside of the city, like in Tyler and fucking all the surrounding Forneys of the world, Prospers of the world. Actually, Prosper, there's a bunch of Californians up there. It's basically California up in Prosper and Frisco. 1 more, and then a full extension. Good. Okay, that's 2 sets. We're gonna do 3. He was looking at me like, maybe we will do 2, and I was like, nah, we ain't gonna do 2. Get back into it. Yeah, so there's not a lot of people that are actually from Dallas here. Ugh, that's crazy. So then, did you go to school in Dallas?
I went to London.
Nice. Good. Yeah, all of California has moved to Dallas.
Yeah, it feels that way.
It does feel that way.
Well, I did spend 4 years in Austin, so I guess there's that.
Oh, you spent 4 years in Austin? Yeah. That's why you're so weird.
That whole situation.
How old were you when you were in Austin?
College.
Oh, did you go to UT?
Yep.
Oh, hook 'em Longhorns. Woo! Did you go to school with Matthew McConaughey?
Not quite as old as Matthew. He was around playing those naked bongos. It was about that time.
What? He was playing naked bongos at UT?
You heard that story?
No.
He got arrested and he was drunk and he was playing bongos naked.
Okay, other side.
It's like the most famous Matthew McConaughey story.
Please comment below if you've heard this Matthew McConaughey story of him playing naked bongos. I highly doubt that everybody knows that. I feel like that's just like a UT mythical, legendary.
You know they made him a professor now.
Ah, he's like what, professor of acting?
No.
He is a great actor though. I have to say the last couple of movies that he's been in has been fantastic. One of my favorite Matthew McConaughey movies was Interstellar. Yeah. That was a great movie. If you don't watch Interstellar, you should watch it. I like space in sci-fi and time, like the dysfunction of time, the manipulation of time. It's super interesting. Like Inception, such a good movie. I want to be stage 4 dreaming right now. Maybe we are. One more time. And good. All right. The last thing that we're going to do, which is like super easy, I saved the easiest thing for the last, is T-spine extension with a foam roller. So lay down on your back. We're gonna put a foam roller right at your bra strap level. And if you're a man, right at your bra strap level. We live in 2020. You can wear bras, dude. Scoot down just a little bit, actually more.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, good. Okay, so now, yeah, we're inclusive here. Okay, you're gonna keep your feet together and then straighten out. Good, so basically nice gymnast. Now you're gonna do a double chin. And the goal is to bring your hands and your thumbs over to the floor and back. Now you see Bobby does a great job of keeping his abdomen and his rib cage at the bottom of his rib cage down, right? He's making sure that his lumbar spine isn't moving. He's just done 3 and we're gonna do 10 of these, 4. So what you wanna do is make sure that your abs are actually turned on while your chest is coming up, 5. Think of your chest having a fishing rod, or not fishing rod, fishing line coming up, and it's being pulled and your thoracic extension through your sternum, 7. Keep on going, open, 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 8. Double chin, yes, 9. So we don't want to go into this full cervical extension, 10, and relax. He'll tell you it was hard, but it was actually, this is probably the easiest out of all of the things that we have done today. Now this is not mentioning that your shoulder muscles and your rotator cuff have a very intimate relationship with your thoracic spine, and not to also mention, but your cervical spine, your neck, also has a very intimate relationship with your thoracic spine. So if you have a dysfunction in your thoracic spine, well, guess what? You most likely have a dysfunction in your shoulder, and you most likely have something going on in your neck. This is why this part of your body is so important. It's because it's like a foundational joint. It's your spine. Your spine is foundational. I'm sorry. If you don't get that right, then a lot of other things are going to be really shitty. Okay, here we go. And go into full extension, good. Abs tight, make sure that his rib cage doesn't come up. 2, good. Open, 3, good. Open, 4, good. Open, 5, 6, good. 7, thoracic spine open. 8, 9, one more, 10. Excellent. Woo! We have one more set of those, and then we'll be done. Thoracic spine mobility ain't no joke.
It's tough. You don't get as much movement there.
Yes. No, you do not get a lot of movement in as much as other places like your shoulders or your hips. And even then, people don't get a lot of movement in their hips. They think they get a lot of movement in their hips. They get too much movement through their actual lumbar spine.
Is that why we jump into our cervical and lumbar, because our thoracic's limited?
Yeah. That's why because your thoracic is limited, it's too stable, your lumbar spine and your neck become unstable. And go. 1, good. 2, 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. I said one more, people, and he just fucking quit on me.
Classic group fitness.
Classic group fitness. He was already thinking ahead. So that was our thoracic spine mobility session. If you want more information, we have a shitload of information on our YouTube page at The Sports Pod. You can find more information about us at The Sports Pod at www.thesportspod.co. You can find more about Bobby at Instagram at Bobby Candles. And do you have a website? No? Not yet? Yes? Coming. It's coming soon, bitches. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for your time. And move free, humans. Ah!